Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Dragon Slayer of Brighton. This is part 2 of my interview with the boys from 1 in 5. So, since we're here and this is about dragons, we haven't spoken much about dragons. Is there anything you guys would like to ask me?
Yeah, in your travels, how many types of different dragons have you met so far?
So far I have met 12 different species, that I can tell 12 anyway. There are, I don't really know how many there are out there. I think 50 odd have been clocked and chronicled, but I've only encountered 12. There are some that we get over here that don't exist in other continents, and there are ones in other continents that I'll possibly never get around to seeing until later on in my life, when I start taking on dragons in other countries and trying to get rid of all the nuisance dragons.
So, like the adder is the poisonous snake in the UK. What's the most kind of ferocious dragon on our shores?
Ferocious dragon on our shores. I would actually say the worst one I've come across was a Hyakian, which is They have a form of mind control. It only works on humans, as I can tell anyway. I haven't, tested it on other species of and other animals, but it definitely works on humans. And it kind of works the same way that hypnosis works. Only with hypnosis, you're aware of what you're doing. With this, you're not really aware, but you're open to doing whatever. So they can manipulate you into doing what they want, which is kind of some of the things that have been attributed to sleepwalking are actually Hyakians at work.
Oh, right.
So yeah, it's a very dangerous ability for dragons to have, and this species has it.
So what sort of things do they make you do?
They can make you do all sorts of things. I came across one where there was a dragon living in this garden, and it was a Hyakian, and every night it made him go outside and put a bowl of water on his head, so that when he woke up every morning, he would just get drenched in water. And obviously that's a bit of a problem. It's only a mild nuisance, but it's kind of annoying. And
don't need that though. There's enough going on.
Exactly. So he called me in, and I had a lovely chat with the dragon. His name was Clive, and yeah, we got him to kind of agree to stop, and so far he hasn't done it again.
So is that dragon across all continents as well, or just the United Kingdom?
Hyakian, I think mostly here nowadays. You do have some cases where I've heard of some in Spain, but they're mainly here now. I think they migrated across. I have no idea why. It might be the cold weather, the fact that it's dark most of the time, so a lot of people are sleeping. Means they get to play around with people and mess with their heads.
I'm sure there's a Hyakian on 10 Downing Street.
Probably.
It'd explain a lot what's going on out there at the moment, wouldn't it?
I'm sure it would, yeah. Maybe I'll look into that.
So we obviously we know about Pointy because we talked about Pointy in the theme tune. I didn't really have a question. I just wanted you to do that again. So, and you mentioned you managed to talk some sense into Clive. just now. I mean, what other ways are there of getting rid of dragons? Is there anything that we could perhaps send to Chris to help him out in his cave or anything to...
Right, okay, well, dragons generally, they hate bananas, particularly. I think it's got something to do with the potassium, but I'm not sure. Could be the colour yellow. Just not sure.
You never know.
They don't like traffic cones either, so maybe that is to do with the colour or something. And they don't like cheese. I think that could be something to do with triangle shapes, I'm not sure.
Is that any particular cheese or sort of just like dairy?
No, just any cheese. They just really don't like cheese.
Any dairy product, irrespective of flavourings.
No, because some of them like milkshake. I don't know why, but it's specifically cheese. Maybe it's the smell, the look of it.
I get the milkshake thing. Milkshake's quite soothing, isn't it? You know when you've got a really bad hangover? Like chocolate milkshake's quite nice.
Yeah.
So if you
maybe it kind of soothes the throat where they've been, shooting fire.
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, I'm guessing that they're pretty angry.
Yeah, some of them can be.
Maybe they're all just, maybe they've just had a few drinks.
Yeah, usually.
And,
I mean, like I've said on the podcast before, and I've said to another podcast bunch that I chatted to way back when, that there are different types of dragon. I see it the way that we have humans and civilized society, and then we have terrorists who will always want to cause harm and kind of that kind of thing. It's the same with dragons. So we have civilized dragons in the world, and then we have the ones that just want to burn things down.
Some people are just arseholes,
it's those that I have to deal with. So, yeah.
So those kind of dragons are more like the politicians of the dragon world.
Yeah. Like the one I spoke about last week, Runel, my supposed nemesis.
I've heard some of his messages.
Yeah.
He's quite scary sounding, isn't he? He needs a lozenge.
Yeah, I think so.
Lozenge.
I said that, Mike, too.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think he just needs a very sharp sword.
Bit of cowpole.
I don't think cowpole's going to help.
I don't think so.
It might make him feel a bit better.
No, I'm going to reckon just the pointy into the head.
Yeah, what's that noise that Pointy makes again?
Swing!
Was that the most fun part about carrying out that theme tune for you guys?
I think the whole thing, for us, we're not a metal band, but we would never turn down the opportunity to do a 6-part guitar harmony. So actually, the whole thing was sort of way out of our comfort zone in some respects.
I think that may well also be the highest scream I've ever done as well.
It probably is.
It's a good scream, yeah. It's a very good scream.
Very good. We got some cool little inside the valley. That was quite
and
fun.
the bells tolling as well. I like that.
I like the bells as well. Yeah. Very cool.
We like the whole thing, didn't we?
Yeah,
it's good.
It's good fun.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
You did some backing vocals, didn't you, Vince?
I did do some backing vocals. Yeah. Well, I did the whole voiceover thing, and then I got to sing my own name, which is one of the weirdest experiences in my life. And I take on dragons for a living, so yeah, that's pretty weird.
That's living.
Have you ever had a reach around
from a dragon?
Yeah.
No, not been Christmas.
That would be the weirdest thing you've ever had.
That would be the weirdest thing I've ever had. I have been on a party with some dragons and ended up in a hot tub with them. That was kind of weird.
That sounds quite surreal, yeah.
Yeah.
That is quite
It's
surreal.
strange. But, yeah.
Were they male or female dragons, or?
Female. One male was there, but yeah, mostly female.
How do you tell the difference between the sex of a male and female?
The anatomy is kind of similar to cats, so you can kind of tell. And most dragons speak, so you can tell with the voice.
Oh,
usually.
Right, okay, so they have a feminine voice.
Yeah, I got into trouble once with a very gruff female dragon that I thought was a male, and never... Yeah.
I've definitely woken up with a few dragons before.
Yeah.
That was also a knowing, yeah.
That was in my youth.
Years ago.
Is there sort of any particular music you like as a dragon slayer?
Yeah.
What's your favourite music?
So. I'm into a whole bunch of stuff, really. But I really like... I'm more of a rock person than anything. But I like things like Queens of the Stone Age and that kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of Doors. I only like my metal on occasion. but I thought it suited the theme tune.
I think it's quite fitting
yeah.
with what you're doing.
Yeah, it's suitably epic.
So what sort of music do you play when you're slaying dragons?
Well, I don't really play music as I'm doing it. I always kind of have music playing in my head usually anyway.
Yeah.
Or I get stupid songs come into my head at random moments. I was walking down the street the other day and I had the Rainbow Connection come into my head for no apparent reason. I didn't see a frog, and I wasn't particularly thinking about the Muppets, but it just popped into my head. And so, yeah, there's random songs that you generally play. I did once, I was stalking a dragon, I was camping out. The dragon turned out to be a dog which had been caught in the wrong light and cast a very large shadow. But while I was there, I had my phone with me and some headphones, so I started listening to it. But the only music I'd got on my phone at that point was Philip Glass, which is very atmospheric piano music and stuff. So that was kind of nice to sit by a campfire listening to that whilst trying to stalk a dragon that wasn't there. There's nothing generally that I listen to while I'm slaying, but I do like to listen to a lot of random stuff.
Do you have any songs that... I have a lot of songs that constantly appear on a loop in my head.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know one I do get a lot, actually, which is, it's strange, it has no real meaning, it's just sexual healing. I get that in my head. And at random moments in my life, it just pops into my head. But yeah, it's a very strange one, but yeah.
Do you think Vincent the Valiant might be some sort of psychologist's dream?
I think that's very possible. Yes. I should probably be tested at some point.
Mike, you've been tested, haven't you? And you came out clean.
Yeah. Cheap shot, mate. Let's go back to plugging1in5.com.
So come on then, Mike. Name 3 albums that changed your life?
3 albums that changed... Why are you interviewing me?
I've no idea.
I quite like it. I'm going to go with it.
3 albums that changed my life would be Nevermind by Nirvana, which probably sounds very obvious. It's not, in my opinion, actually their best album, but it was the first one I bought. It's probably the first one a lot of people bought by Nirvana. That completely changed the way I looked at music for lots of different reasons. I grew up with my dad listening to a lot of Led Zeppelin, so you could pick certainly the first 4 and Physical Graffiti, any of those really.
4 then.
Yeah, 4, 3, 4.
4.
Yeah, 4 for you, 4. Is it? Yeah.
No, it's not 4 for me, but I'm just telling you.
It should be 4, is it? Okay, fine. And then the other one would be, you've got a few contenders. Rust Never Sleeps by Neil Young. That's a great album. Levelers. What's the Levelers album with One Way and all that on it? That's a fantastic album. And in fact, I can't remember any of the names of any albums now. Their first one with Dirty Davy and all that. I love the Levelers. Bit of punk, bit of folk, bit of everything. You're looking at me going, well, why don't we do any of that? It's like, because I can't play the violin, mate. I can only play the guitar. There's loads of stuff, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's some great new albums out this year. Black Wolf got a fantastic album out this year. Obviously, Aftershock came out, didn't it? And it was that end of last year, Motorhead.
Yeah, that last year.
That's a brilliant album. Rival Sons, new album's brilliant. Jack White's brilliant. So I'm always finding new things. What about you, Jay?
Well, that's a good question then, Mike.
What 3 albums changed your life?
It was The Doors' A Lie She Cried, which was the first ever album I ever bought, and that had a version of Gloria on it where Jim Morrison is talking about going down on a woman. And it really upset my dad at the time, and so I thought, I really like this music, so my dad hates it. But yeah, that got me into The Doors in a massive way, so that album changed my life. I think Pearl Jam's 10 as well, when I first heard that. Good album, yeah. I was just like, oh my god. And I think Alice in Chains' Jar of Flies as well. That's really kind of hit me.
Amazing album.
Yeah, an amazing album.
I think that was
probably going back a few years again. Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Well, all those kind of albums. Yeah, those kind of four really stick out in my mind. Life-changing kind of moments where you think, yeah, I'm not going to listen to Wham. I'm going to listen to something more intelligent.
I don't know, mate. Wham rap. No, moving on.
No.
I can't justify that even as a joke. Do you know, right, so someone will probably tell me I'm wrong and email Vince and let him know, but I think that Alice in Chains' Jar of Flies was the first ever EP to reach number 1 in the Billboard
I think you could be right,
top
actually,
charts. Yeah. I think so. I think it changed the way that happened.
Yeah.
Well put.
You're right. Okay, let's be a bit crazy now and talk about the 3 worst songs you can think of.
I want to know what Vince's 3 worst.
Oh, have we not got Vince's 3 yet?
Well, no, I want to know his top 3 that changed his life, and then the 3 worst.
Okay,
the 3 that changed my life. Okay. I'm going to go back to when I was a kid and I was sitting in the car, always waiting for my mum for some reason. And my dad
waiting
was.
For my mum. Oh, no,
yeah.
Right, is it?
No, it's what it is. It's Meatloaf, and I think it's Bat Out of Hell #1.
Great album.
And I always I flash back to that various moments in my life, and we're kind of basically sitting in the car, and it was always kind of that would play. It was weird because we had 2 tapes we'd always play in the car. We would have a Cher album that played, which I can't remember, and I don't want to listen to ever again, and then we had the Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf, and I always remember the Bat Out of Hell one. It's kind of one of those things that always reminds me of my dad as well. One of my favourite albums recently, I really like the new Queens of Stone Age album. It was slowly released as videos on YouTube, but first of all, and they all kind of link together, and it's all animated, but they all kind of start and the next one ends immediately where the last one set off.
That's really
and that was called. It's called Like Clockwork, and yeah, as I say, it was all released on bits and pieces on YouTube as these animated videos, which were really interesting. But the album's awesome. One of the other ones I really remember that stayed with me, it's not really in your guys' vein, but it's Linkin Park, Minutes to Midnight.
Oh, I like Linkin Park.
We played it, I remember it was like my summer album, because we played it when we went to Boardmasters the one year. It was the year that album came out, and we all summer just played it on repeat in the car while we were driving around the various different beaches and stuff in Cornwall. So that's a really good album. I love that album.
Which is that I don't know anything about Linkin Park. Is that their first album or their?
No, it's album 3 or 4, I think. If you discount the remix albums they did. I think
that's right. I remember that they did one.
Yeah.
I never really liked Linkin Park, to be honest, but didn't they do one and then they remixed it?
Yeah, they did. They did a remix of the second album. There was a remix of the second album, right. And then the third album, they did another remix. I think this is their 3rd or 4th. I'm not quite sure on the numbering of which album it is.
Right.
I think it's the 3rd, but maybe I'm wrong on that one, and someone will tell me. But yeah, I think it's the 3rd album. But it's really good. It's got some cool stuff in there. So yes.
So what's rather than worst albums, what about most embarrassing albums?
I think you said worst songs, didn't you?
Yeah, worst songs. Worst songs.
Worst
Not necessarily albums, just worst songs.
Oh.
Songs that just grind you, get under your skin, and you go, oh, God, you've got to reach for the off button.
I know one of mine, definitely.
Go on, go.
Sweet Like Chocolate.
Sweet Like
Fucking
Chocolate
hate
boy.
that song.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know.
That was on
It's horrible.
It's sort of like a garagey / IB3 type tune.
Right.
Yeah.
About 98 or something.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I think I had it on a compilation album that had one song I liked on it.
What's that track that came out last year, and the video was girls dancing in their just knickers with their breasts out?
Are you on about the Robin Thicke Blurred Lines one?
That's the one. That's one of them that just gets underneath my skin.
It's not a great song, no.
No.
This is where I show my complete naivety about modern music. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I was going out with this girl at the time. She went, "Hey, listen to this." I was like, "This is shocking." She goes, "But you like the video then?" I was like, well, "I do like the video." The song's appalling. Yeah, the best thing about that video is you just turn the sound down to nothing and then watch the video. It's quite entertaining. But I think that's everything that's wrong with music today is in that song. in all honesty, you know, the sexualization of women, and it's just completely ridiculous.
I'll go with anything by Justin Bieber as well.
See, I've never heard of Justin Bieber.
No, I've never heard of
Everyone's
Justin Bieber.
Like, Justin Bieber, and
You
loads of
never
people love
heard
him, loads of
Baby,
people
Baby,
hate
Baby?
him. No, I've seen him, and I think,
dreadful.
don't like your face, mate, but that's not really a good reason not
Don't
to
like your
like him.
face.
It's just not my sort of scene. I'm like, whatever. Justin Bieber went to Anne Frank's house. Why do I care? That's the same thing. That's not news. It's bollocks. Who cares?
Yes, he shouldn't be in the news.
Was he in NSYNC? No.
Yeah, anything by a boy band as well. I just got to go for the off button.
Well, we're a boy band.
Well,
Technically.
technically, but I think you define boy band by kind of boys that don't necessarily play instruments
That's
and
not
just
true.
sing.
No, McFly's a boy band. They claim to play instruments.
Okay, what's the what are you fucking arguing with me about this for?
because I used to own a Boyzone album.
Get out. We're splitting up. I'm adding up. Get out.
Probably about 9.
And what about those? There's kind of any of those songs that are really kind of made for kind of like 6-year-olds that they produce.
Oh, that sort of bubblegum pop sort of thing.
Bubblegum pop.
Yeah, but that's not really
Oh,
aimed
yeah, that'll be another one of mine. Fucking Friday.
Friday.
A fucking Friday song. Like, it's Friday. That fucking
I've never
horrible
heard that either.
bloody tune.
I'm really bad at this
But
game.
I think her name's Rebecca Black.
And since when do we market music for like under 7s? When did that happen? That's just
Since they started
very
getting
wrong.
pocket money.
I think that's always happened though, because we used to have the Smurfs albums. Do you remember those?
Yeah, and
you
you know,
know.
think about the Monkeys. The Monkeys were aimed at young girls.
It's just we've grown
What,
old.
throwing monkeys at young girls? You aim for them. Hey, young girl, I've got an orangutan. Oh, well, technically that's not a monkey.
We're just fucking around, or whatever it is. Probably not that.
We're just fucking around. They're definitely aiming that for
they
small
were,
children, weren't they?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hey,
you,
we're
Mike? You understand any?
monkeys. We're stuck fucking around. We're too busy fucking to fuck anyone when you're around.
Brilliant, should we cover it?
I think you should.
Yeah, I haven't said. I like quite a lot of music. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that really. There's loads of stuff where I listen to it and I'm just like, oh, I don't like it. But I can't think of too much that really grates me because I don't listen to stuff that I know I won't like.
How
If I'm
about
in the car and
the,
I'll put Planet Rock on, I won't listen to Kiss or something because I know I'll just end up driving into someone to put myself out of my misery. so I sort of stay away from stuff that I don't generally like anyway. I'm always finding new bands and new music. You know, I'm quite into that in a big way. So
I quite
whether
like
they're
just
signed
music
or
that's been
unsigned or whatever.
written by the artist in whatever style that is, whether it be
Yeah.
folk, pop. As long as they've written it and they put their heart and soul into it,
Yeah.
then that's a good song. I mean, but when you have a face who has a songwriting team, I think that's inherently wrong.
But then having, you know, Jamaica by Led Zeppelin, I don't know that grates me, but for different reasons. It's just like, why did you do that? You remember that song?
No.
Jamaica? It's on, what was that on? No.
The House of the Holy,
Well, I
isn't
think
it?
it
The
was a House of-
Rainmaker or something.
No, Jamaica. It's supposed to be Jamaica, isn't it? It's a play on words because it's a reggae tune.
I didn't know that.
Ah.
I didn't know that either.
Oh, well, there you go. That grates me, but not in the way that Justin Bieber grates Vincent
No.
Valiant.
How about the? How about what? Who's the girl who came about at the same time as Britney Spears? She was
Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera.
Aguilera,
Genie in a something. Genie in a bottle, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of her songs just really,
I didn't know
really
that one.
grate me. Boy, she just goes on and on into that vocal style and goes on and on and on. It's like, all right, darling, calm down. We want to hear a song, not you verberating for half an hour.
I can play a Britney Spears song. Do you want to hear it?
Go on then.
Go on, yeah.
Is that guitar in tune, Mike?
We'll find out in a minute, won't we? It doesn't matter, it's Britney Spears.
That's true. Auto-tune.
Oh baby, baby, how was I supposed to know? Something wasn't right, yeah. Oh pretty baby, I shouldn't have let God, yeah, show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now, because my loneliness is killing me. Everyone go, and I must confess, I still believe, when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time.
So you guys need to cover that now.
Yeah. No. Well, talking about covers though, we've decided to we're going to cover a Doors track, aren't we?
You don't know which one yet, or we might do a few.
I think the idea is we learn kind of 4 or 5 and then just throw them in randomly in the gigs, and we start gigging.
Yeah,
trying to nail them. We did Break On Through, didn't we, in Montrose Avenue?
That went
Nice.
down very well. Yeah.
We did.
Well, we sort of merged it with the end, didn't we? Put a bit of there.
Kind of
What was the
medley.
not the wake up? That's from something else, isn't it? It was.
It was the end. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
The wake up. That bit. No, that's not the end. That's
part of the celebration of the Lizard, isn't it?
What was the bit we put in from the end?
That was like the middle section there. Father.
Oh yeah, he puts on his boots. The killer puts on his boots at dawn.
Yeah.
And all that. Yeah, we did that. That was good.
Walks on down the hall.
Yeah, we did all that sort of stuff. So yeah,
Came to a door.
we might do some Doors
And he
covers.
looked inside.
Sounds fun.
Yeah,
And then he realised it was a cupboard.
yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. But yeah, might do that because obviously the advantage to that, you see, Vince. This is between me and you.
Yeah.
You and I. Is if we film them at gigs, put them on YouTube, and people search the Doors. 1 in 5.
Absolutely, yeah. That is good. What's quite interesting is that I'm going to have one plug from my site. In there. You've got a 6.
What is it? Dragonslayer.com.
What it is you can find the show itself. It goes up on therebedragonshere.squarespace.com, and that's where you can find out all about me and my dragon slaying, and you can hire me on the website. There's also a thing on the website for you to print out the posters and put the posters up to get the word out about what I'm doing. So I suggest people do that as well. Grab them, go to the site,
I think what we
print
should
them.
do is on a few gigs get Vincent along to compare for us to come on and introduce us in your garb. I think that's a good idea.
Why not? Yeah.
Should we try and make up a jingle?
Jingle?
Yeah. What is it? It's therebedragonshere.squarespace.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be something like there be dragons here. .squarespace.com.
I like the middle section. I quite like the middle section. It sounded strangely 9 Inch Nailsy in your vocal.
That's because I can't really sing. So I can only do industrial metal.
What are we doing? What did I say? The what?
So it's there be dragons here.
There be dragons here.
.squarespace.com.
Yeah, I've handed the guitar to Jay now.
Oh, right. Hold on. I've got memory like
By the way, while they're trying to figure all this out, you can also find me on YouTube. YouTube, I believe it's
I'll say it
Dragon Be Gone, but I will change the name so that it fits with the Dragon Slayer Brighton thing. So it'll be Dragon Slayer Brighton on YouTube. And that'll be the YouTube channel, and you can find episodes of the podcast that go up which are visually enhanced. So I've added bits and pieces like images and the emails and that I get sent and things. They will all go up as images for people to see as well. And also you can find me on Facebook and on Twitter. My Twitter hashtag is DragonSlayerBTN. And yeah, you can find me on all those things. Like me, subscribe to me, and just whore yourself out to me, and then whore me out to other people.
Can you read that? This is
There be dragons here. Squaresy.
Squarespace.
Square. What is that? Doesn't say Squarespace. You have the writing of an infant child. Now that says square face. Right, I'm going to say square face. There be dragons here. .squareface.com. There be dragons here. .squareface.com. And if you come and visit it, Vincent will be so pleased.
Doesn't rhyme, mate.
No. I was going to say nosh him off, but it's still better,
Right, so now we're going to play Something in the Water, which is, it's one of the tracks off the EP, which is called Hold On. You can find it at 1in5.com, and you can find me at all the various places that I've said, one of which we did that lovely little jingle for, which is theredragonshere.squarespace.com, and you can email me if you have a dragoning need. You can email me at dragonbegone@gmail.com. And yeah, get in touch with me, get in touch with the boys, and like them, find them everywhere, spread them around like herpes, and
Marmite.
Yeah, all Marmite.
I don't like
if you're into Marmite.
Nah, spread us around like jam.
Yeah,
Marmite
that'll work.
jam.
Marmite jam sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Are we going to have to retake this sign off again now?
What's wrong with Marmite jam?
Cheers, Vince.
That is a bit strange. Anyway, here we go. Here's Something in the Water by 1in5.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Do you want sugar with that?